Hello my fellow readers. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my latest manga haul. This is actually, I think, 3 orders. There's a piece that's actually from like a 4th order. Anyway, this is a couple orders from Bright Stuff, including the one that went missing in the post. This is the replacement one because luckily I got root insurance and they sent me the replacements. The post office, I think, still thinks that the order that they lost is just really delayed. It's been like 2 months, but it's just really delayed. It'll get here though, in like a day. Sure. So let's get started on what I've gotten. So number 1, Full Metal Alchemist, volume 14. I'm really excited to have this nice hardcover edition, and we are getting closer and closer to it being completed. I can't remember where we were up to with the last volume, like comparison to the original publication. I may have to check that later, but I know we're getting closer and closer, and these are so pretty. If you don't own Full Metal Alchemist, I would recommend getting this collector's edition, or the Full Metal collection or edition, I think is what they call it. Yeah, Full Metal edition. I would recommend this one because it's going to last you. It's beautifully done. I still haven't gotten to my reread yet, but I plan to, because it's been a while since I read Full Metal. So, yes, number 1. Number 2 is called I Cannot Reach You. This is a BL series, and I have volumes 1 and 2. I was tempted to read this digitally, but then I was like, no, I'm just going to buy it. And I was a little concerned because there's the publication delays. So like one of these volumes wasn't available. I think it was 1, but it came in right away. So it must be that they got a shipment in. And yeah, I look forward to checking this one out. Quick synopsis: childhood best friends. Feelings start to develop when one gets a girlfriend or is suspected of getting a girlfriend. I think he actually does get a girlfriend. And then there's suddenly like jealousy, mixed emotions, feelings, looking forward to seeing it, and all the drama. Next one is a series that I have reviewed, and I have said I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to continue it, but I am so far, and that's Mint Chocolate. So here's volume 3, still testing it out. Again, this will probably be a series that I don't keep. Even if I finish getting it and reading it, I will probably donate the series as a whole, because it's not that special to me. So, but you know, I'll keep reading for now. It's kind of a nice shoujo, so I'm not like hating it completely, but I don't know. The next is volumes 13 and 4. No, wait, we got another one. 13 through 15 of Arata by Yuwadase. Again, I'm slowly collecting these volumes. I put off reading Arata, but I know the series is supposed to come back and be worked on again, so I'm trying to get all the issues that I don't have. I'm still waiting for 2 through 5 because they are attached to another order that had figures in it, and those figures have been delayed in manufacturing, so I don't know when I'm going to get the rest of this series, but I am slowly getting it, and I look forward to reading it once I get volumes 2 through 5. It's kind of hard to read the ones that I have gotten. But yes, slowly getting the rest. I think there's 22 to 24 volumes. I can't remember the number. So I'm getting closer to having the rest of the series, and we'll be ready to just like plow through them once they come in. Okay, next we have a horror manga, Portis, that I'm looking forward to checking out, especially for the spooky season. That's when I like getting into horror and more disturbing manga. I will potentially do a review of this one. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited. This one is all wrapped up because it has mature content. There's a warning. There's a warning on the back that recent studies show that playing Portis may result and a premature and often extremely violent death. Yeah, anyway, look forward to checking this one out. Next, we're going back to the realm of shoujo. I have volume 2 of The King's Beast by Ray Toma. I have not gotten to read volume 1 yet either. I've been kind of like putting it off until I have more to read, because I like getting invested in a story and not just like, okay, I really love volume 1 and now I have to wait for volume 2. So now I have volume 2, I might be doing some reading. The next series I picked up is a shoujo fantasy series, and it is Prince Freya. So this is about Freya, who thinks of herself as a simple village girl, but her idyllic life is shattered when she is caught up in a treacherous Sigwardian plot. She bears a striking resemblance to her country's Prince Edvard, who lies dying from poison. Without its prince, Tyr will quickly be engulfed by violence. Now Freya must take Prince Edvard's place and lead his valiant knights in defending the realm. So essentially this is a fantasy where Freya has to dress up as a boy and lead the country. So it sounded interesting. I have volumes 1 through 4 so far. I think this is what's published right now. I think volume 5 is coming out soon. So I look forward to getting into another fantasy shoujo series. I have a lot of other ones that were in this separate order that I was just showing, but I'm going to go back and show the order that I should have gotten like a while ago and just got in, because some of it comes before that other order. So I figured I'll start with this one because it was first. So one of the series that I got in this order is Her Royal Highness Seems to Be Angry, which I thought was a really cute. I don't know if you could actually call this one isekai because she's already in a fantasy world, but it is like a reincarnation story where her kingdom gets like destroyed and she gets reincarnated 1,000 years later as this new girl, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. I actually thought this volume was very, very good. I accidentally have 2 of these, and that's because when I was declaring my items as lost and trying to get the new order sent, I accidentally clicked this one instead of the volume that was actually missing from it, which was this one, The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent, Volume 3. So I ended up ordering this from Amazon because I'd made the mistakes. I'm like, okay, I'll just buy it again, it's fine. So I got this one from Amazon, and I now have 2 of these, so I'll probably donate this one. But I did already read this. I would recommend it. Also already read Volume 3 of The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent, because I've already done a review on this if you haven't seen it, and I'm liking this story so far. Next I got a BL story, Glass Syndrome. This actually has, I believe it was 2, I don't think 3, but it had a couple of stories in it, so it wasn't just one story. And it's about a like good student, class president, who is asked to look in on another student who has not been showing up for class, and try to help get him back on track. And so he goes there, and the 2 quickly form like this bond, and so that's like the main meat is that story. But then I believe there was a second story, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. With like Senpai and Kawhi. Anyway, there's a second story, and it was kind of sweet. And then I think we go back to the main couple again. But yes, I already read this. I thought it was cute. Yeah. Another volume that I immediately read upon opening it up. This actually came from Amazon, and I'm thinking Glass Syndrome did too, even though I thought this was just the volume of lost ones. It wasn't. I have a couple here that don't go, and that was Idle Dreams, Volume 7. It's been a while since Volume 6, so I actually had to go and like skim through Volume 6 to see if I could remember where I left off. quickly regretted doing that because that was a traumatic volume. And then went into this one where a lot of stuff continues to happen. And it's getting to where Chikage has to make a really big decision. And I'm interested to see what happens. Yeah. This is not my favorite of Arina Tanemura's works, but there is something that keeps me reading this. Like, it's still really good, really character driven, and I'm interested enough to see like what decisions get made and where, or maybe with whom Chikage ends up, because it's up in the air right now. It's a little like, she definitely has feelings, but can those feelings develop? I don't know. I'm liking it though. I actually found some of the resolution in this volume to be a little bit more satisfying, in my opinion. Next, I'm like, did I read this one already too? I think so. I might have immediately read this because I love this series so much. It's volume 3 of Sasaki and Miyano, which I also have reviewed already. This is such an enjoyable, sweet, sweet BL series. Yes. And I think we may have gotten more of Kaguya. Yeah, yep. We got more of the second couple who actually have their own spin-off series that I'm kind of hoping that they pick up as well. That's a little plea there, Yen Press. Pick up the other one. I want to see that one. I think it's Hirano, right? Hirano and Kaguya. I would love to own that one as well. Okay. This is definitely back to my missing replacement order. Another series that I have already reviewed and have said I don't know whether or not I'm keeping. A big, I don't know, deciding factor will be this volume. So this is volume 2 of Love and Heart. I want to see how yandere this stays, because if it's still too much, then I'm probably just going to stop. I'm not into disturbing, abusive, I'm just going to abusive situations. So we'll see. See with this one what I decide to do. Unless something else like draws me in. If I see like there's some kind of better character development or a change, might be willing to pick it back up. I don't know, but that's just definitely going to be a major deciding factor is reading that one. Next is A School Frozen in Time Volume 2. So I picked up Volume 1 a while ago. I haven't gotten to read these yet. I'm looking to get a little good collection of it before I read it and decide how it is, you know, test the story. It's funny because some like I read right away. I guess maybe I'm looking for something specific to read, and then others I like to have a little grouping before I start reading. So I don't know, I'm weird. I'm sure other people do that too. Next is Boys Run the Riot. I've read a lot about this series, and it actually deals with a transgender youth. So I think this is going to be interesting. It's gotten a lot of praise. I am interested in reading it and seeing more of what the story entails. If I remember correctly, this deals with the fashion industry. It's been a while since I read the review and put this into my cart because, like I said, it went missing. So I picked it up. Also, in my later cart, I picked up Volume 2. So I will be able to get a good test read of this one and probably do a review on it. Looking forward to seeing the issues addressed, how it's presented. Again, I think it's interesting because culturally, like what are the differences or how are things being addressed in the East versus like how we do things in the West. We're certainly not perfect in the West, so I'm not comparing that part, but just like what are some of the thoughts and perspectives. I'm very interested in seeing this. Next, from these two orders, I think I picked up the whole series. I could be wrong, but I think I did. But it's the series O Maidens in Your Savage Season. So I have volumes 1 through 7. If this isn't the whole series, then that's all that's currently released. But I think it might be. I don't want to like see any spoilers, but I wanted to see if it said anything about... Oh, no, it's going to be continued in volume 8. So there's another. So I have what's currently released, 1 through 7. So this is another one that I'll be able to read through and do a review and have like a good perspective about the series. And of course, any that I don't like, or love, I should say, because I like a lot of series, but any that I don't love will happily be donated to the library for a bunch of people to be able to read and see if they love it. And the last part of that order that went missing, and probably part of the reason why the box got destroyed and emptied, are these big boys. Attack on Titan, the Colossal edition. So this I picked up, they're so heavy. I picked up 3 through 5. I already have volumes 1 and 2 that I got from Amazon. Yeah, these are so heavy. I believe this should get me through 25, volume 25. These are done in like 5 volumes in 1. So very close to the end. I think, let me just make sure. Yep, volume 25. I think looking at it that way, there should be 2 more volumes. One, volume 6, of course, is going to be out soon. And then 7, who knows, because I'm sure they'll first give time for the last volume to be published in English before they do the Colossal edition release of it. So I don't know when they'll do volume 7, but volume 7 should be the end. I am looking forward to this. Of course, I've already read the whole series. This, for me, is more like just being able to keep it. Yeah, I'm excited. I just want to say that my volume 2 of the Attack on Titan Colossal edition has like a different spine color. It looks like it's been light damaged, but like I got it new. I don't know why there'd be... Anyway, I just noticed that like looking over. They all look to be like the same orange except for volume 2. I don't know. So this is volume 2 of I Swear I Won't Bother You Again, which I really liked the first volume, hence why I picked up volume 2. I don't think I've done a review of that yet, so I probably will at some point, because I do think this is a very, like, I just like it. Yeah, I like the relationship drama that's happening. Anyway, it's good. It's about a sister who was very jealous of her other sister, who was the illegitimate sister. So her mother and father were married and they were the official couple. But her father stepped out on her mother and had her sister. Then her mother dies and he marries the woman he had an affair with, brings her and the daughter into the household. And so she's dealing with like a lot of displacement issues and a lot of jealousy issues. And she sees like how well and adored the younger sister is, and she has a lot of jealousy. As we're led to believe in those first chapters of that volume, like she attempts to kill the sister and is set in prison. And I think, I can't remember if she's sentenced to die, but like right before that happens, she ends up like going back in time to when the sister was first coming into the family. And so it's like a second chance story. And I really enjoyed it, and I'm interested in seeing how it goes and how she develops as a character, because she obviously has regrets for her actions, and so this time around she's trying to change things and not have it be as bad of a turnout. So yeah, I look forward to this one. Next, another series I've been loving. It's volume 11 of Jiu-Jitsu Kaizen. I haven't done a review of this yet, but I really want to. I loved the manga and the anime, and actually where the manga is, I can't wait to see animated, and I know that it's coming. So yes, this is very exciting. Next, no surprise, is the next volume in Yona of the Dawn. So this is volume 31. We've still got a long way to go with Yona of the Dawn, and as far as I know, it's not over yet, like in Japan, so it's probably the longest series that I own so far. And next would be Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card Arc, volume 9. I forgot I got this in, actually. I look forward to picking this back up. I might have to skim the previous volumes because I don't remember where the story left off. It's been a while. This must be a long video because my camera just like said, no, that's enough recording time. Next is A Sign of Affection, volume 3. I actually have not read volume 2 yet either, so I might make a little night of this and read volumes 2 and 3 because I do really love this story. Already did a review based on volume 1, so you can check that out if you want to hear more about this. But yes, I think we gotta read you. And next is volume 4 of Blue Period. I have not gotten to read volumes 1 through 3 yet. They are on my little to-be-read cart, but I haven't gotten to them yet. I've been reading a lot of other stuff. But yep, look forward to this one. I don't know what else to say about it. It has such great reviews. It is about like art and stuff. I just can't wait to read it, and I just haven't yet. Next is Star-Crossed volume 2. So I did already get to volume 1. This is an idol series, but it's by the creator of Kiss Him Not Me. So not much else to say about that. I do look forward to checking this one out and seeing how the story compares to the author's other works, because Junko has some good stories. Junko did start out in the BL world, and does have some very cute BL stories that, why aren't they published here? I don't know. But then of course became huge with Kiss Him Not Me. So I look forward to seeing the shoujo side in Star-Crossed. Next is a random volume, because this is another one. I placed this in a cart that was full of books that are either like back ordered or not quite released yet. But they included this one on an order that was full of stuff because they had it in, and I had different orders on there. So this is Monster and the Beast, which is a fantastic BL series. I don't know how to describe this one, but it's just a great story. And if you have not checked it out yet, I would recommend it. Yes, beware of possible explicit content. But I don't know. I love seeing the two characters and how your one character, Kavo, you can't really see in here. You can see like the top of his face, but that's the beastly or monster. I don't know which is the monster and which is the beast. I don't know. But Kavo is the beastly looking creature that's actually a sweetheart, and I love him. And then Liam is really like the monster. There's something not right with Liam. And yeah. He also likes to do naughty things. But this isn't a really engaging story, and I look forward to seeing what happens, because the story itself is great. It's also interesting, the relationship between these two. But how is that all going to turn out? I don't know. I don't really think about that part. I just want to see what happens and what's going on with the characters, because there is definitely something with him. And it's just interesting. But unfortunately also that's volume 2, so I'm waiting for volumes 1 and 3. And they'll come in whenever, you know, they're able to be published and delivered to Right Stuff, and then Right Stuff can deliver it to me, so we'll see. That also sort of happened here. This is another series that I love and I'm trying to collect and read, and that's Beastars. So again, I put these into a cart that was full of like back orders, like we're just waiting for them to be published and fulfilled. And you'll see there's a lot of other popular series in that order that I just have to wait. But because they were shipping out the other fulfillable order and they had these in stock, they sent it to me. So this is volumes 2 through 4. So obviously I'm not going to read these until I get volume 1. But again, this is a series that's great and has an anime along with it that's great. So if you want to just check out the story, you can watch it on Netflix. But yeah, I just noticed that there's a little page issue that I might have caused, but it's fine. It's not broken or anything. They're just bent a little. It's not the end of the world. I feel like too, like if you haven't heard about this series yet, are you even in the world of manga and anime? Everybody's heard of it. Next is another horror story that I've picked up for spooky season, and is this the lychee or the lychee? I don't know. Light Club. I should have looked up the pronunciation beforehand, but I don't know. I was reading a list actually of recommended like horror manga, and so I'm trying some of the volumes. There are actually some series that I really, really want to read, but they're series, and I was like, I want to look for ones that are a little bit shorter and quickly digestible. So this is one of them. Like, do I even want to share this one? This is such like a grimdark, disturbing series. And it is part of the BL yaoi world. And also do not have volume 1. I can't remember if I'm waiting for it within another order. I'll have to look up like which place I ordered it from and what happened, but this is Matk. And it's just a super, super disturbing story about a human, you know, I can't even describe it, but it involves a relationship between a human and a demon figure, but the human also doesn't like live. So a lot of this happens in like the, I don't know, demon world. Listen. If you get into this, I mean, if you want to read the story, not like if this is your kink, because it's disturbing. It's not my kink. But I like trying to figure out what's going to happen with the main character, because he's so twisted that I'm interested to see like how much power he gains and what he decides to do with said power. But yeah. He's into disgusting things. Don't have a sensitive stomach if you check this out. Because it's so disturbing. There are some parts I don't like. And would recommend just like skimming over. But the other part, the whole political aspect, and him like starting from the bottom and trying to work his way up because he wants that power, I find interesting. So this is volume 2. Again, I don't know what happened to volume 1. I'll have to look it up. I know I ordered it, but I don't know. I'm a very diverse, weird individual because I'm going to hop from that disturbing thing to another shoujo series. This is one I've been meaning to pick up and check out for a while. It is QQ Sweeper and Queen's Quality. These I think I had to pick up at Amazon. This I am slowly getting through Right Stuff. Yeah, this is by Kyosuke Motomi, who wrote my beloved Dengeki Daisy. I loved Dengeki Daisy, and I should just buy it. Like, why didn't I buy it? But I read it like years ago, and I loved it so much. And so now I'm gonna give this one a try. Hopefully it's as good as Dengeki Daisy with the relationships and characters, because that's a really good series. If you have not read that shoujo series, give it a try. It's got humor and technology, and it's just enjoyable. I like it. I have some bonus things. So on top of the manga, I also picked up some more like light novels. So I picked up Goth, and I actually also have the manga version of Goth, but apparently the manga version is only available digitally. So that's my Kindle, but I picked up Goth, and then Sword Tale. So I'm going to check out these light novels, see how I feel, see if I like them. I was trying to see if I forgot to mention anything else. Like, did I open Solo Leveling 2 in that last video? And Days on Fest Volume 2. I have not read Days on Fest yet, but I can't wait to. Cast Heaven Volume 6. I think I did I do Snow White with the Red Hair? Volume 14. I cannot remember like what was included in the last video, like what I left off with, because it was crazy times. And lastly, there's just 2 books that I'll just mention that I picked up. So this is non-manga, non-light novel, but they're good. One is Dark Waters, which is the Volume 3 and the Catherine Arden series. Does this series have a name? Anyway, it's the series with small spaces. So it's like a little middle grade horror series, and it's really good. And then I picked up Mythos by Stephen Fry. I've been looking at this for a while. Finally decided to get it because I heard it's really good. I'm going to get the audiobook too. Retellings of Myths. So there you go. That is all my new stuff. That was a lot. It would have been more broken up, but since the post office lost my box and I had to wait, it's all opened together. So that's a very big haul. That's it for this video. Until next time. Bye!